Hey there, I'm your host Lesawi, and in today's video I will show you how to play an instrument. So in this video we'll be playing a guitar, and if I go and press 1, my character will take it out and he'll play a tune, so I'll let you listen to it right now. Now we can stop this at any time we wish, or we can finish the song, at which he'd simply start to move again and the guitar would be put away. And with that said, let's begin. For this project, you will need a animation. I'm using the guitar playing, which you can get over at Mixkit. And for the specifications on this animation, I'm using stance 100, style 0, guitar position about 70, I believe, then the overdrive at 0, arm space at 60, and the trim was at default. So one more thing you need was a guitar asset, which I'll link down below. And with that said, let's go into our Unreal. Once you are back in Unreal Engine, we want to go to our animations and import the play guitar animation. I already have mine here, and once you have it, let's right click, create anime montage, and I'll leave the name as it is. But inside of here, we want to right click on the second tab from the bottom, add notify, add montage notify. And we will use this to add the guitar to our player's hands. And another thing you actually want to do, select the default over here, hit the white box and say default. And what's this going to do? This will loop our animation. So essentially you're done with the player montage. Hit save and exit. Next, back inside of our event or content drawer, we want to go and import our guitar and our songs. So I already have a folder created for it, but if you don't, just simply create a new folder. And inside you can see all the textures and the static mesh of my guitar I have imported, and the two songs. So this one is the 2-minute one, and this is 6 seconds, and it's only used as a reference and for debugging. So over here, I will right click, create a blueprint class and hit actor. And for this, let's call it pp_guitar. And once inside, we will add a static mesh. And over here, I'll call it guitar once again. In the static mesh, select your guitar. And one other thing we can do, let's disable collision on this guitar. So scroll down, find where you can see collision. I'm not seeing mine. So let's just type in collision and it should come up. There we go. For the collision preset, say no collision. Then hit compile, save, and we can go to our player skeleton so we can position the guitar on our player. So go to your player, go to the skeleton. So for me, it's called Brady_skeleton. And inside of here, we want to find a bone to which we would like to attach our guitar. So I believe spine 1 is okay. So right now we can select spine 1, right click, add socket. And for this socket, let's call it something like instrument. I hope I spelled it correctly. So now if I select my instrument, we can right click and select add preview asset, and let's add our guitar. So just to make my life easier, so I don't click on anything else, I'll type in instrument so we can see it right there. And if I select it, just position it to somewhere where you like it. And to make your life easier, we can preview our animation, which we called play guitar, just like so. So let's pause it like that. And from here, just position the guitar. So I know this is not perfect, but of course we can play around with it later to get it as we want. So just once you're happy, hit save, hit exit, and then let's go to create our input action so we can play our instrument. So go to actions, right click, go to input action, and let's call this IA_play instrument. And we can save that. And then let's go to our IMC. And over in a new mapping, so if you don't have one, just hit the plus, select your play instrument, and I'll have it on the 1 key. So once you're happy, hit save, exit, and let's go to our character. So this will be BP_Brady. And inside of our character, we want to right click and call the input action we just created, which is called play instrument. Over here, I will create a branch, which will go from started, and I want to check, are we or are we not playing the instrument? So for that, we will create a variable being Boolean, and let's say is playing. And get it and simply put it here. Next, a good thing would be to go to the viewport, select your character's mesh, hit the add button, and add a static mesh, or maybe whatever, a skeletal mesh, whatever your guitar is. Mine is a static mesh. And let's call this guitar, like so. And here in the parent socket, let's search for our instrument. So essentially whatever you called yours. And just to preview that it is in the correct position, select the guitar. And yes, it is in the correct position, so we can reset it back to default. Compile that, and back in the event graph. So when we are not playing, which is false, we want to start playing. So in order to do that, I will get my character movement, and I want to disable movement when I am playing. So let's do that. False will go here. And then I want to get my play montage, just like so. For the play montage to play, we will select our guitar and then get your mesh of your character and put that inside of the skeletal mesh component. And next, what we could do on the notify begin, we want to add the guitar to our player's hands. So do something like get actor from class, or that's actor or spawn actor from class. There we go. That's my bad. So over here, we want to select our guitar, which will be bp_guitar. And for the spawn transform, select your mesh of the character and do get socket transform. And in the socket name, just call it instrument like you did in the skeleton. Plug it into there. And next, let's promote this to a variable because we will need the reference to our guitar. So call it guitar ref. And over here, we can do attach actor to component. And the parent is going to be our mesh. And the socket name, once again, say instrument. And then for these guys here, just say snap to target, and snap to target once again. And yeah, that's already starting to look good. So we can actually go from here and create a delay, and we want to add our song. So 0.5 should do for me, and add audio, or what would this be called? Create to the sound. There we go. And for the sound, I'll just select the 6-second clip, which is called Mixkit Guitar. And we also want to promote this to our variable, and I'll call it melody ref, but you can call it whatever you like. And from here, we would do play song, or simply play is good enough. And for the time, I'll say 0.1. Now, with all these references that we have, let's go back here to the branch at the beginning. So if the playing is true, we will do set movement mode, and we will allow our character to walk again. So select walking. Next, get our song reference, which we called melody ref, and we want to stop this. We don't want to play it no longer because we've pressed 1, and we also want to stop the montage. So for that, we can simply drag and say stop montage and select the montage you have. So that's play guitar. And from here, get the guitar reference, because we of course want to get rid of this guitar as well, and check is valid. So if our guitar is valid, then we can destroy our actor. And if it is not valid, of course, then we're not going to do anything. So plug that into there. And that part of the code is done, I believe. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's set is playing to be false again, and just put that before the destroy actor. Like so. And now this part is done. So over here, when we attach this to component, that's okay. From play, create sound to D. And when we are playing, we want to set this to be true because we are playing. And then I want to create a sign on when the song is finished. So drag out from the create to the sound to D and search for finished. and select bind event to on audio finished and simply put that here. So on event, what we will do, we will create a custom event calling it something like song finished or melody finished, whatever you like. And over here, we kind of wanted to do the same steps as we did here. So let me just copy paste this and we can put it into here like that. So what's going to happen is we're going to enable the movement. We're going to stop the song. I don't think this is necessary because it finished. So we can actually get rid of that. We are going to stop the montage and this will be set back to not playing, to false. And we're going to get rid of the actor. And one more thing, I believe, over here, do a do once. Otherwise, every time our animation is looping, it's going to create our guitar and we don't want that. So on destroy actor, you want to reset it. And of course, we can make it look a little better. Like so. And you also want to reset this on when it is finished here. So we can drag, say reset, and do the same thing, just so it looks a lot better. And with that said, I'd like to test if this is working. So let's compile, save, and see what's up. So let's hit play. We can hit 1. So the song played and it finished. Let's see if we can disable it at will. Yes, we can. So that's pretty much it. One more thing we could do. Otherwise, if we jump, he can play it. So in order to stop playing it, and I apologize for the song being so loud, we can actually make it a little bit quiet. So from here, you get your character movement and say is falling. So if we are falling, then just get a branch and rather, let's say, not bull. So if we are not falling, that's true, then we can play our song. But of course, if we are falling, then we won't be able to do it. And essentially, that's all the code done for you. And it shouldn't give you any errors, even if you spam the guitar. Let's see. No, the guitar responds. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And as always, happy developing.